Rock with MD Ready. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I pray that y'all had a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. I pray that you guys also have a Happy New Year. I believe today is the 29th. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. If you need any private lessons, I'm a big proponent of practicing, training, whether it's moving and shooting, focus on some of the basic fundamentals. I'm able to take and capture kind of what you're trying to do, what you're lacking on, or what you need some help in, and we can maximize that, right? Also, wear and carry classes, HQL, multi-carry classes. I got you. If it's not a state that I teach in, whether I'm approved to teach or I'm certified to teach in, whatever that may be, I do have friends that can do it. So definitely hit me up. Now, let's get into the meat of the matter, okay? We're going to be doing an AK for all video. So this is probably how I may wrap in 2023. I got an idea on how I may do 1 or 2 more videos until the next year. But this is what we're going to do. Let's go into some of the AKs that I love and I cherish and that I own. Okay. So this one you may say, not an AK, but technically it's kind of, okay? So this is the Chiappa Pack 9. On here it is, first and foremost, let's make sure it's clear because I know there's some safety knobs because this is one of my ready to go kind of guns, right? Most of my guns, I keep them with a full mag and nothing in the chamber. Let's not make a liar of myself. All right, so nothing in the chamber, so it's good to go. This firearm is pretty interesting because this is the second one I've had. I had a Gen 1 that didn't have a threaded barrel on it, but I wound up selling it, bought a Gen 2 for pretty much the same price. I do have a Recovery Tactical Angle foregrip on here, holds an additional Glock 17 magazine. Now, this gun comes with 2 mag wells. It comes with 1 for a Glock and 1 for a Beretta. Not sure why Beretta, but it is what it is. I have the Glock one in because, of course, I have plenty of Glocks, right? So let's put this. Oh, before I even put the mag back in and put it on safe, this has a nice bolt hold open feature, which I never have owned this gun for quite some time. Check this out. So pull the bolt back, ease it up a little bit. Voila. Hold the bolt open so when you're at an outdoor range, indoor range, you don't have to worry about people touching on your firearm to make sure it's clear. Put it back on safe. All right. Probably hear my kids running around because they're out of school right now. So it has a decent trigger. It has a front sight post. It came with this little dinky plastic rear sight. Guys, if you have that, toss it, throw it out. I wound up finding one that was raised up just enough to not necessarily co-witness with this filter stream optic, but it was able for me to still get a good, decent sight picture in the event that this battery goes dead. Because you got to make sure you have backup sights, right? In a day and age where everybody wants to get optics, people putting optic on pistols, people probably going to put an optic on goddamn knives soon. Because you see over in Europe, they're trying to get rid of, long knives. I don't know what it is about getting rid of machetes. Probably going to start serializing knives. And anyway, whole different story. As I digress, guys, I like this firearm. I like the grip on it. It's pretty cool. Make sure that you shave down or file this down the trigger because it is a little sharp. I noticed I cut myself on my Gen 1. So just take a little bit of, I guess some 1,000 sandpaper paper should do it for you. Make it a little bit smooth. Also, besides the setup that you see on this side, I do have a folding U.S. machine gun brace. So I'm just going to fold that. It's a little stiff sometimes. So it does get this small. The only negative about this gun, realistically, is the weight. This is a heavy sucker. I don't know why it's so heavy. Probably because of the blowback design. And, maybe that's why. But it's freaking heavy. Now, as you can see here, I do have a sling mounted towards the front. I use the little Picatinny up front. And I love having these bands that I get from people who want to support their business. So if you ever see me shooting with your band, definitely tell me what's up. But thank you for your bands. I collect them, I keep them, and I use them to keep my slings up, okay? I have a 100 lumen Monster Tactical Light. You may not think it's super bright at 100 lumens, but it is plenty bright. Guys, make sure that your optics, you're changing your checking your battery. When you see it get dim on the brightest setting, change the battery. That's a tall tale for me that it's time to change your battery. Some of these optics are good for 20,000, 50,000 hours. But when you see that, so for me, that's typically about 2 to 3 years. For guns that I shoot often, it could be a little sooner. But for some of the guns that I don't really shoot that often, I still have an optic that has a battery in it that's been in there for 5 years because I don't shoot the gun that often. But I would say every 2 to 3 years, changing the battery anyway. I know the guy from Guns Gear, Mike, he says he changes battery optics every year. I mean, it depends, right? Maybe he does a lot more shooting than me. I'm sure he does. So I did add my own piece of Picatinny right here for the light. I drilled it and put a piece of pick rail up there just so I can have it forward, so it works better for me the way I position my hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It has a cack blade on there, and yeah. So with that being said, it's on safe. We'll put this gun away. So that's the 9mm, okay, the little AK-9. Now, let's get up into the next firearm, which is going to be one that you guys already seen a video on. This one has its own brace built in. This is Galil Ace Gen 2. I do have some hollows in here, but I honestly think that based on from some of the research and things that I've seen, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comment section, be sure to do that. When it comes to AKs, there's not much in change of velocity when you're going from the 16-inch barrel down to like a 10.5. It's not as the change doesn't vary as much as it does with the 5.56 going from like a 16 to a 10.5-inch barrel, right? So you do lose some velocity, but it's not that great. So the best and what I've seen people use on ballistics testing, whether it's on YouTube, I'm looking up or reading online, has been lead nose. Lead nose 72x39 is like the best because it will still mushroom. I've seen some people do testing with the hollow points, and sometimes the hollows don't even open up. Depending on the barrel length, depending on how it's hit, depending on the material, it may or may not expand, especially out of a shorter barrel, because as we know, hollow points are velocity based, okay? That's why even like in the 5.56, you can still use a little varmint, like I like to use the Hornady varmint rounds that are like 45 grain 223s. They still expand. Even out of the short 10.5-inch barrels, so they still expand pretty decently. So I'm going to switch this out. That's what I had here at the time, the hollows, but I'm going to switch this out because I do carry this quite a bit. I'm going to put the lead noses in here. Okay. But anyway, this Galil has a hand stop, which is really good for if you're braced up against a barricade, of course, as you know. I do have that 100 lumen monstrum light on there. I like the way they designed the barrel on this sucker because you're actually able to adjust the brake so you can time it perfectly without having like the shims and stuff. I know you guys are used to using shims, but shims kind of frustrate me because it takes some time. You may need 3 shims, 2 shims. It could take some time. But this gun is solid. I think this is a Field and Stream optic. I'm not exactly sure, but it's been on the kick it button. Is doing very well. I love that it's ambidextrous with the safeties, and they designed this gun for right-handed shooters. Check that out. The bolt is just so smooth. The bolt is smooth. Let me put it on fire. The trigger is smooth. Nice reset. They did it very well. Okay. So, put it back on save. Mag back in it. That's sweet. Alright, and I have the CAC Gen 2 blade on the back. Again, using people's bands. Thank you all. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So, you know who you are. I think that's pretty much it. And of course, have a sling on there. You gotta have a sling. Come on now. If it's going to be any type of, how do you call it? Rifle caliber pistol. I'm about to coin the term RCP. If it's an RCP, yeah, that's what it is, right? Do that. Okay. Now we have a special and fun gun that I really like. This one, for some reason, it seems like it weighs just as much as my Pac-9. I don't know, it's really weird. But this one is the Century Arms 30 V2. No, excuse me. Yeah, the 39 V2 or 39 V2 Century Arms. C39 V2. Mess that all up. It does have a 10-round mag in there. You might say, why a short mag? It's because of how it's stored and where it's stored. This one actually does have the lead nose, 72x39 rounds in them. I like those best, so if you can find those, get a hold of them. Right now, with the war going on, it's probably hard to get a hold of any Russian ammo. But any of it, this one does have a light on it. This is one of my budget lights. I don't always buy. I have a few of like the Enforce and Stream lights. Those typically I put in the pistols. But when it comes to rifles, I don't mind getting a nice budget light that can take recoil. Like for me, I found that Communite does a really good job with recoil. And those are like $30 or something like that. People want to laugh at me. This one here is one of those type of lights. Some of my lights have different colors, but anything that's going to be home defense or a carry light, I actually make sure I use a nice bright white light. So I would encourage you for your light stuff, you can take off the front and the back and to stretch the springs. And what I mean by that, you may say, what in the heck is he talking about? If you know, you know, but don't worry, I'm going to put you on game, guys. So these springs here that are in the light, front of the light, rear of the light, I would take 2 screwdrivers and stretch them ever so slightly, right? Maybe like a quarter inch. And it puts a little more tension on the battery, keeps it from moving around, of course, because you don't want a battery vibrating. Just think about your car battery, right? If you're driving around, you don't have a tie-down strap on there, you're going to cause the battery to die and corrode and go bad faster. So I want to keep that battery nice and stable, especially under recoil. If you're moving, I move and shoot, I drop my guns, I bang my guns against things. I don't walk around my guns in a diaper. I don't do that, right? So I actually use them and have fun with them because that's what they're designed to do. I'll shoot them in the rain, shoot them in the snow, shoot them when it's hot as hell, when it's dusty, all of that good stuff. Now, this gun has a bracelet just like, well, it has a folding mechanism on there, just like the Chiappa Pac 9 does. Got this from usmachinegun.com, and it is a really nice lockup. Let me also show you guys that it is clear, which if I hadn't done already, it is clear, and it has a really sweet trigger. I like the trigger. I don't know what they did. I don't know what's interesting out there, but it's super awesome. This one also too has the bolt hold open feature. I messed that up. There it is. Bolt hold open feature. Perfect. All right. I do not have an optic on this gun. I prefer AKs with no optics. To be honest with you, people probably say, Marcus, get into the real world, but I don't. I prefer my AKs to have no optics. Now, I do prefer when the rear sight is further back, right? I like that for some reason. I don't like when the rear sight is this far up. It's a little annoying, but this is a well-built gun, and I'm able to get shots on target super easy without a problem. The light is in my eye, so I'm closing one eye. But, yeah, I love this gun. Note receiver, hella dope, really nice. All right, now, moving on. I know y'all looking at it. I know you see it. The Gold AK. Some people have made fun about me online about this gun. Some people love it, some people hate it, whatever, it doesn't really matter. This is a Hell Pup. Love the Hell Pup. This one actually has the 11 and 3/4 barrel, so almost a 12-inch barrel. I know almost doesn't count. But what I did was I sanded this down, all that good stuff. Cleaned it, sprayed it in gold. I like the way it turned out. Turned out really nice. Just something to do. But what I really want to do with this now is I actually want to do kind of like a camel or, woodland kind of job, right? So on here, you'll see that it has a, I think this is a 3-inch blast can, blast forward device. It has a Magpul furniture on there, nice grip, and also has the brace on here, right? The brace has an underfolder on there. And for real, I haven't cleaned this gun since I painted it. Here, I do have the hollows, but I'm going to put some lead nose in there. Gotta stay true to my word, right? It does have a little 20-rounder. I love the 20-rounder because it is good for space savings, right? So 30 rounders are awesome. Like I have a little banana clip and all that, but I love the 20 rounders for the storage. This AK, I do actually have an optic on there. I like this optic. I'm going to also probably paint that, have to give it the woodland paint or something like that. And it functions fine. I put a few hundred rounds to this gun. I put maybe about 50 or so rounds before I painted it. Then I put a few hundred rounds to it since it's been painted. And this functions flawless. Function like a dream. Now it is dirty, so it is gritty. My cousin was like, it's an AK, just put some oil on it. No, it needs to be clean. It needs a deep clean. If somebody's got one of those, ultrasound, not ultrasound, whatever those little supersonic machines, put it out in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. But the one that actually does a deep clean while you're just soaking the gun in there, that's what this needs. But I know I'm going to have to soak it in some solvent and have a good time. So you'll see I have the optic towards the front because that's where the rail system is. And then I have like a 45-degree mount for the light because it does not get in the way of the optic. And it's a little green light. But I like it. It's super cool. It has a lot of character. It's already been banged up and scuffed. I haven't taken it to a class yet. I want to take it to a class the way it is, but I want to clean it, and I definitely want to put a different paint job on it, similar to what you've probably seen with a couple of my ARs, where they have kind of that, whether it's the desert look, probably take a little leafy look or something like that. But this is a pretty cool gun. The trigger in this gun kind of sucks. It could be because it's dirty and gritty and got paint and stuff on it, but not the best trigger. But it is that reset is strong. It pulls your finger forward, so probably wouldn't be hard to bump. Don't do that, but wouldn't be hard to bump. Now, one thing I did to this gun, because I do shoot outdoors a lot, and we call range code and all of this stuff. I put in, I actually cut in into the safety selector a way so that the bolt can stay open. Ta-da! 10 minutes with a Dremel, a little bit of skill, and you got it. So now when I'm there, I don't have to use a chamber flag or anything weird. But yeah, it works really good. I love it. So I've used the iron sights. The iron sights are cool. They're good. But this gun, I just wanted something a little different. So I do have the optic up there, and it is nice and balanced. Only thing I'm missing is a sling. I got to throw a sling on here. So, and it already has the Russian loop up front. Okay? Awesome. All right. So that's this gun. This is the Hell Pup. That there. Last but not least, not an AK, but it is an AR-AK, and it is not only the original. Well, no, I wouldn't even say the original because a lot of companies have tried the best gun AK, and they changed the name now to Mark 47. But I bought this one. This is branded as the Mutant, the CCW Mutant. All right, so in this one is 16-inch barrel. I do just have regular, 123, 122 grain, 762 by 39, either Tula or the other ammo. It has a light, it has a 45-degree mount for the light, so to stay up and out the way. I do have the 45-degree iron sights that flip up, and has an ACS reticle that's designed for either 300 blackout or 762 by 39. This is super, super awesome. Now it says dial in at 50 yards, and I did. This optic is just so freaking dope, you guys. I love it. I got it off of a buddy who didn't need it anymore, and I love it. So I have what is this? This is a Magpul, not a Magpul, yeah, Magpul MOE SLK stock. Okay, nice and short. This gun has a little bit of weight to it. The biggest benefit to this particular MK47 or actual Mutant when it was branded is the fact that it has a 308 bolt carrier group that's been cut down for the 762 by 39. The problem with a lot of the AR-AKs, the ARACs, as you know them to be, is the fact that they have a bolt face that is drilled out. There's pretty much a 5/6 bolt face is drilled out, and they break. So on one of my other AR-AKs, it had an enhanced bolt face, but it's still thin. So the enhancement allows it has a harder metal, treat it better, so you have a lower chance of it breaking. But look at a lot of the cheaper AR-AKs, MK47, stuff like that. They're so cheap. Look at the bolt carrier groups. They are actual 5/6 bolt carrier groups that's been drilled out, or 300 blackout bolt carrier groups that's been drilled out or milled out for the 762 by 39 round. Now, with that being said, guys, we are pretty much done. I've included all of the major ones I wanted to include. You know what? Scratch that. There's one that I need to add on, so give me a quick second. Hold on. Please forgive me. There was one that I forgot to add in because it doesn't really get shot a lot, but it has more of that original look to it. Okay. This one is actually the, what is this? The PAP 92. Okay. Look at it. Yes. Very distinguished. Okay. So check this out. On the front of this, I have kind of like this extender or adapter for this 3 1/4 inch CAC blast can. It does have the wood furniture, which I love the wood furniture. It's just so dope. Now, remember when I'm talking about I love the rear sights to be further back? This one actually has a rear sight further back, and the reason is because it has a hinge. All right, it has a hinge for, the dust cover. So the dust cover has a hinge, and yeah, this one should have, okay, so it actually has the standard AK, ball round in there. But next time you see it, let knows, okay? So this one is super sweet. I keep this gun pretty clean. It is a little, okay. It's got a little oil in there. Keep it pretty clean. Doesn't get shot very often. Does not have the best trigger, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, nah. But that reset is dope. Doesn't matter. You know, you can fix that with like an ALG trigger or something like that. But yeah, this is a PAP 92. Pretty awesome. I love it, and it does have the bolt hold open feature. Go back. Have a little bit of issue. There it is. All right. So it has the feature to hold the bolt open, bolt lock feature. And it has these nice iron sights, which what I did, if you can see, I opened up the ones from 1 to 200 because for me, kind of being like a bad gun, I need quick acquisition, and if I need to take a longer shot with this 10.5-inch barrel, which I don't think I would, but if I needed to, I have the optics for 3 to 400. So it's crazy how they have the flip up. So when you have it like this is for 1 to 200. And it's interesting how they have the 2 on the other side. On the wrong side to me. And 400. So 400 meter up to 200 meter. And this one is dialed in for me at 25 yards. So that's good enough. It does have and it's kind of my Frankenstein gun. So if you've seen a video with Jada Shooter, where we did the full auto AK video, go to his page, check him out. This is the AK that I brought out, my bag AK, okay? So this is my Frankenstein gun. This little piece, I literally drilled the hole in the trunk because I had some extra pieces. Mounted this myself with a bolt. You might not be able to see. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to see it. Maybe if you can, but I doubt it if you can. But there's literally a bolt that I mounted in myself. Put in a pistol brace, little pistol brace a buffer tube, and then I actually put a pistol brace on here and got myself a little Russian sling. A little Russian sling. It gets the job done. I love it. Anyway, guys, so that is it. Those are the AKs of 2023. Prayerfully, you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, comment. If I missed something, let me know. My apologies. Let me know what AK you like and what AK you run. Let me know if you think that it's just a complete waste to even have AKs of the day or to not have optics on it, because you can see I only have I have a couple AKs that have, actually one AK that actually has an optic on it. That's a true AK. But the 2 other AKs, the C39 B2 and the PAP M92, no optics. They do very well, just fine. I've shot these guns out past to 25 yards, 50 yards. Dare I say 100? I'm going to say about 50 yards consistently. Done very well. Nice small groups. Challenge building. We can definitely take it to Murder Grove where we're going to go. Okay? Invite me to your range. In any event, if you need private lessons, if you need Maryland wear and carry, HQL, DC SPO, DC concealed carry, multi-state carry, let me know. I'm your guy. So, with that being said, guys, like, share, subscribe, comments in the comment section below. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know what your favorite AKs are. Let me know if you do or not think AKs are useful. I'm looking for AK-74. That's what I need. I need a Maryland compliant AK-74. But that'd be a whole different video. God bless you guys. Happy New Year. Take care.